My name is Laurie Emmer, and I served the United States Army, and I served from August of 1983, and I retired in November 2005. I come from a long line of family that served in the military, and so I went in to serve 3 years. I just ended up doing it for a career. I was a paratrooper for most of my career in the 82nd Airborne Division. I would say probably one of my favorite jumps from jumping in an airplane. We were in California, and it was a test jump out of a C-17 airplane and in the desert. And we had to wear these test jumpsuits. And I guess it was just the most fun I ever had jumping out of an airplane. We were allowed to write on our jumpsuits, and we wrote test dummy on ourselves. So it was fun. I jumped out of airplanes for a little over half my career, and this is the type of helmet we would have worn. This is the type of helmet that soldiers wore. Any soldier would have worn, but this one is a little more special because we had to keep this on our head from the time we exited the plane till we landed. So it has a little more straps and it has a little more padding on it, except, it has it all. So we have a little extra pad in the back, and we have a little more straps on this than the regular soldiers would have had on their helmet. I also brought with me one of my many berets I had. I served in a few units in the 82nd Airborne Division. I brought my first set of airborne wings that I had pinned on me. I brought some pictures of what I looked like. One when I was in airborne school when I was really young, and one when I was my early 20s, and a couple towards the end of my career. I attended the basic airborne school. I was a Army jump master, which meant that I was one of the people that told paratroopers to exit the aircraft, and we had to make sure that the conditions were safe to exit the aircraft. I was a United States Army Pathfinder. We were taught to figure out the footage of drop zones to drop paratroopers on. This required knowledge of geometry, algebra. It was a difficult school for some. I was a medic. Sometimes we couldn't help everyone we were trying to save, but I did love my job. We did help and save many people. It's not always fun. We sometimes have to do things we don't enjoy. We have to be out in the rain, in the mud. Sometimes we have to be out in 100-degree weather all day. But overall, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the camaraderie of being around my fellow soldiers. In fact, today I still keep up with people I served with 25, 30 years ago. Can be a bit hard at times in the training, but it's something that you can get through. 2 of my children did go in the military, and I just told them, you just have to be a little mentally tough to get through the training. Pick your military occupational specialty wisely. Pick something that will help you when you get out of the service. I guess after going to combat and being in the military, I think my priorities in life changed a little bit. How I looked at life. I felt like, even how I raised my children, what I saw in the world, how I saw people lived in third world countries. And I came back and told my children, there are children that don't have what we have in this country. When I was before I went in the military, when I was in high school and college, I used to be a person who never left the house unless I spent 2 hours on my hair and makeup. Currently, I am the first female state commander and the first Afghanistan veteran commander of the Veteran Foreign Wars. Up until now, we have always had older male commanders. So we have really broken the ceiling, and we have opened the door to allow future commanders so that in the future members could possibly see commanders that look like them, to allow future diversity. In the past, women have not felt that, well, they look at their top tier of leadership and not seeing their leadership look like them. So we do hope this is a stepping stone for future diversity in our organization. In my job as being the state commander, I oversee nearly 300 VFW posts. We have nearly 35,000 members now, all over Illinois. And during this pandemic, we have extra challenges this year that we're dealing with. We have a great team this year that working through the challenges. The Veteran Foreign Wars, VFW, is an organization of combat veterans. And in our mission, we are here for veteran service. We help veterans in need. Often people see a veteran's post, like we have one in Sycamore Post 5768. There is so much we do. It's just a long list. Our goal is to help as many veterans as need. We currently have a food drive all across the state of Illinois, because we understand that during this pandemic, we have more veterans in crisis than in any normal year, along with their families. We try to help veterans along with their claims process. We know that their veterans come back from war with disabilities, so we try to help with that process in the VA system. We have a mental health crisis with our veterans. We have 20 to 22 veterans a year claim their life, so we do try to help them get into programs. There's a lot we do. We try to help them with their financial needs if they're in financial crisis, and we do help homeless veterans. We try to help them exit homelessness.